Good day, everyone. This is Sir Don, and welcome to another learning session for purposive communication. Today, we're going to discuss communication process, principles, and ethics. Let me read to you the learning targets or objectives for today. At the end of this module, you will be able to define or expound more on communication, explain the nature and processes of communication, practice openness, transparency, and sensitivity in all interactions consistently to enhance ethical communication skills. I believe that this lesson is important because we have to go over into the concepts of communication first so that we are assured that you have a very well-rounded understanding before we deep into the communication concepts and to the application of communication skills in the succeeding learning session. You will see how important it is to communicate clearly and with a purpose. In this day and age, napakahalaga, no? Napaka-importante na tayo ay marunong makipagtalastasan, marunong makipag-usap with clear and evident purpose so that we may avoid misunderstanding and miscommunications. This is very important for your peers, as a student, and also as a professional in the future. Okay? So today we're going to discuss communication process, principles, and ethics. Now we will use the comprehension strategy, definition, and description. I have said this that aside from the concept, it's pivotal to have this comprehension-based strategy so that you will have a deeper understanding of your lesson, of your concepts, but at the same time, you will enhance your communication skills and comprehension skills. For this term or for this specific learning session, we're going to have definition and description by applying the modified Fryer model. So let me read to you how to do it. Let me explain. So una, you have to read the text below. There is a text on the succeeding slide. And then you have to underline the phrase or the general ideas or the main concepts. No? And then put it at the center of the model. Next, after underlining the important word, phrase, or main concepts or main ideas, you will review what you have highlighted and underlined, and you will place it towards the center of the modified Fryer model and clearly define and understand each important word or main term. So yung main term, lalagyan ninyo or i-complete ninyo ng definition and description and even example. So later I will be giving the diagram or the illustrations so that it will be clearer to you. Okay? So you will basically put the definition of the word, the characteristics of the words, the examples related to the word, and the importance of learning that word. Why is it important? For example, the word communication. Okay, so based from your reading, okay, you have to define what is communication. You have to determine the characteristics of communication. What are the examples of communication and why communication is important? Why do we need to learn it? Okay? Then after that, you have to review and revisit the things that you have put in the modified Fryer model, and then you're done. Okay? So as you can see here, I have here the example. So for example, the word is communication. So you have to define communication. You have to give the characteristics of communication and give the examples of communication and importance based on the things and concepts that you have read and watched on this video. Okay? Today, we're going to discuss communication process, principles, and ethics. Okay? Communication, so let's start. Communication is a fundamental process of exchanging verbal and non-verbal messages between individuals. So take note of that. It is a fundamental process because dito tayo kumokonect sa tao. Okay? This is where we are being understood and we're being able to comprehend others. Well, basically, if you would look at the definition, this is just a process of exchanging either verbal, when you say verbal, this is something that's vocal, sinasalita, or even nonverbal messages that connects meaning. Nonverbal such as eye contact, for example, or the tone of voice, or the hand gestures that you are doing when you communicate. It communicates messages between the sender and the receiver. Okay? So, sinasabi dito sa definition na ito na ang communication ay walang distinct beginning or predetermined sequence of event. Why? Because communication is simultaneous. No, nakikinig ka, pinakikinggan ka, nagsasalita ka, okay? At nakikinig ka din sa nagsasalita. It's cyclical in nature. Okay? And another definition says that communication is an intricate exchange of information, thoughts, and feelings between individuals or groups through various channels and mediums. So, detalyado ito pag sinabi nating intricate. No? Detalyadong pagpapalitan ng mga information, thoughts, and feelings between the sender and the receiver or group of people gamit ang iba't ibang channel at medium. So, when you say channel, siyempre ito yung ginagamit natin. Okay? Or ito yung pamamaraan natin sa pakikipagtalastasan. And when you say medium, ito naman yung ginagamit nating avenue to communicate. Okay? No, it involves not only verbal exchanges but also nonverbal, as what I have said, such as facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. So there are given communication situations here. So let's give an example. A professor delivering a lecture to his or her student is a depiction of communication. Okay, bakit? Si professor, siya yung tinatawag nating source or siya yung sender. Okay? Yung lecture na dinideliver niya, yun ay mensahe or yun yung message. That is the information that is about to be transcribed and connected and received by his or her students, which acts as a receiver or taga-receive ng mensahe or ng lecture na ipinadala ni professor. So this is apparent that communication is a process of exchanging verbal or non-verbal messages between individuals, which is the receiver, which are the students, and the sender, which is the professor. Okay? Maaaring sabihin natin na simple lang ang communication, but by and large, it is not, because there are a lot of factors to consider which may affect both positively or negatively with the communication process. No? And sometimes when there is a misunderstanding, by and large, no, without good communication, it can disrupt peace. It could start revolutions and change governments, as what we have seen in the history, no? And it's very apparent today na there are people or there are countries na nag-aaway, there are wars, no? Because of miscommunication. Apparently, if they have good communication or they are being understood and being able to understand by good communication, hindi na kailangan sanang mag-aaway-aaway. That's why maintaining good communication by studying its process, principles, and ethics are very important. Okay? Sa inyo na lamang, So, napakahalaga na magkaroon tayo ng good communication kasi kung hindi maganda, no, or nagkaroon ng misunderstanding or miscommunication, maaaring tayo ma-misinterpret, which may lead to certain conflicts. Okay? On to the next. There are foundational concepts or tinatawag natin itong mga principles ng communication para mag-guide tayo for when we are communicating. This is applicable for both oral and written communication. Okay, ano ba to? No? We have 5 principles. Number 1, we have to be clear about our purpose. Dapat objective tayo, no? Kapag nakikipagtalastasan tayo. Ano bang gusto mong iparating? What is your purpose? Why are you communicating? Okay? Dapat clear yung purpose natin. Kasi kung hindi clear yung purpose natin, hindi clear yung objective natin, no, maaaring ma-misinterpret tayo. Hindi lang dapat natin alam yung objective natin kapag nakikipagkatalastasan tayo. Kailangan, in relation to that objective, to that purpose, okay, dapat kompleto yung mensahe na dinedeliver natin. It has to be completed, no? Make sure na yung claim natin supported by facts and essential information. Bakit? Kasi when it's incomplete, maaaring mahirapan yung kausap natin na i-grasp yung gusto nating sabihin. An example would be, minsan kapag nakikipag-usap tayo sa ating mga kaibigan, so we would say, alam mo, may sasabihin ako sa'yo. Alam mo ba si nag-ano ng ano? Yun nga. Okay, you said that, no? Ano ka ng ano? Anong ibig sabihin mo dun sa ano? Okay, o kaya kapag mag-uusap tayo, halimbawa, bunso, pakikuha nga yung nandyan sa Oo, dyan lang. Okay, ano nga yung ano? Okay, we have to be complete with the message that we deliver. Okay, next, we have to be concise. As much as we want to complete or to have complete information, we have to be concise. When you say concise, you avoid verbosiveness. Okay, when we say something is verbose or verbosive, maligoy. Okay, dapat kompleto pero hindi maligoy. There should be brevity. It should be concise. Malinaw, kompleto, ngunit hindi naman overly flowering. Okay? Be straight with what you want to say. Be concise. Okay? Be direct. The fourth principle of communication is be natural with your delivery. Napaka-importante din ng gestures at ng movements or the manner we deliver the communication or the manner we deliver our messages. Kasi kapag hindi appropriate yung gesture, halimbawa yung tono ng boses, it may lead to miscommunication. Okay? Next, be specific and timely with your feedback. Okay? This usually happens between friends and families. Minsan, pag tinanong tayo, okay, halimbawa ang coverage ng quiz, nag-reply ka the other day na, okay, the day after today, and bukas na ang quiz. Do you think it's still relevant? Do you think it's still specific and timely? Of course not. Kasi nangyari na yung quiz. No? Hindi niya na kailangan yung kung ano yung coverage kasi tapos na. Okay? So we have to be really timely with the feedback. Of course, when we communicate also in addition, okay, sabihin mo kung malinaw ba. Okay? Kung naguluhan ka, pwedeng paki-expound. Okay? You can request things like information like that so that the communication will be clearer and complete. Okay? These are the principles of communication. Okay? If you have further questions, please feel free to ask me into the GC. Okay? Let's proceed. Now we are going to discuss the ethics of communication. When you say ethics, this pertains to moral principles and standards. No? Kung paano palitan at nakikipagtalastasan ang isang tao when it comes to communication. So we have moral principles and standards. So ano ba itong mga ito? Number one, you have to establish an effective value system. So yung value system mo, yung mga pinaniniwalaan mo, okay, that will lead to the development of your integrity as a person. And you have to be grounded with your values, no? When you communicate. Okay, if you don't want, for example, or if you value politeness, then you have to be polite when you communicate. If you want to be respected, then you should be respectful. You have to establish an effective value system that will guide you or develop you with a person of integrity, of values. Okay, number two, okay, aside from value system, you have to provide complete and accurate information. Learn to contextualize. When you say contextualize, maigi dapat nating ipaliwanag or kapag tayo ay may kausap, ay ipaliwanag yung konteksto para hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding. And of course, as much as possible, we disclose vital information. Never hide or conceal vital information for transparency. This usually happens in social media. There are a lot of fake news, streamed and modified facts, for example. At hindi lahat ng nakikita natin sa Facebook or sa internet or sa social media ay totoo. Okay? That's why these fake news are rampant. Now, what we have to do is, as much as possible, i-disclose natin, maging transparent tayo sa mga information na kailangan. Okay? This is just the content of our lesson for today. Now, if you have questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll be very happy to assist you in my best of becoming. Now, I will be giving you the activities for today. For B.3 skill building activity 2, aside from the comprehension modified prior model that you have to answer, okay, I want you to identify the communication ethics and communication principle as being in the center of the modified prior model, and complete the definition, characteristics, examples, and importance of principles of communication and the ethics of communication. So you'll be having 2 tables, okay, modified prior model tables. So I would like you to answer this activity. There is an image here, and then using the image here, I want you to explain how communication happens between these 2 persons calling with each other, okay? Based on our discussions, just 1 paragraph or so. Next, also, I have here an example of the image of a professor talking to a student. Now, I want you to list down 3 tips on how this student can be ethical in his conversation with his professor, since we have discussed the ethics of communication. And lastly, I have here scenarios, and then you have to classify whether these statements are true or false. Today, in conclusion, we have discussed communication process, principles, and ethics. And we have to note that communication is a fundamental process which involves verbal and nonverbal messages between individuals. And we must know how to effectively communicate by considering the ethics and the principles of communication, because if we fail to communicate properly, the result will be a communication breakdown or misunderstanding. This has been Sir Don. Thank you so much, and I hope that you're doing well. Have a great day. Thank you so much.